welcome to the Mess Hall.
Welcome to the Mess Hall, everybody,
We're
with Andrew Youngblood and Jamie Rowan.
Yeah, you were supposed to do that together, but that's okay.
I thought we were going to do Hey Everyone first.
Oh, hey, everybody. We're here again. Another episode, another day, another dollar, another, I don't know.
$.
Yeah. This hasn't made money yet.
Not yet. Actually, we do have patrons.
I always forget about that.
Yeah, we need to post more.
Yeah, I assumed you do that. Welcome.
Welcome, Patreon members. We love you.
How's your week? What'd you do? What's going on? It's only been a week,
It's only been 1 week.
but we haven't seen each other all week.
Yeah, but you're doing some cool stuff. You're doing more interesting comedy stuff. You're opening up for TJ at the Improv.
That's been fun. It's really cool because the guy he brought with him is he opened for Norm Macdonald for 9 years.
Interesting.
And he sounds a lot like him. He's very funny comic, very nice guy, but you could tell that he wrote for Norm a bit, and he also wrote for the podcast and stuff. But he's got the Norm cadence, and he's like, hey, you do this, and it's neat seeing it. And also, I wanted to just pick his brain because he hung out with Norm so much, and that's crazy to me.
Does it make you nervous watching comedy, thinking that you're going to do that? Like I get so stressed, feeling like I'm going to
do what?
Just like take on mannerisms from other people.
No, because I know I do it sometimes. The more I hang out with, if I hang out with Zod too much, we start sounding a little bit like he does the same to me. And if I hang out with Mark, I'll start writing a little bit more like Mark. And also me and Mark, sometimes we write together. We help each other with bits and stuff. So then I've noticed, okay, maybe there's been times I wrote a bit and I was like, I think this is more like you than it is me. So why don't you take it?
For what it's worth, I think your writing is extremely different from his.
I think so too.
Generally.
I think so too. But I think it's something that you have to you have to be aware of,
Yeah.
I do my best to be aware of it. And then if I think that I'm picking up too much mannerisms, then I try to back off a little bit on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why do you feel like when you listen to somebody, you write? Sometimes I do that. If I'm listening to someone too much, then I'll be like.
I don't think it's mannerisms probably as much as just like ideas. You know what I mean? Like I think like, is this something I want to talk about? Is this something that I would talk about if I hadn't been listening? That can even come from like not stand up. That can come from like whatever. I was listening to Tim Dillon on the way here, and just like everything he talks about cracks me up so much. But like it's a lot of politics, and I feel like that's not my.
Oh yeah, I don't think
that's not my vibe. But I just like
no one's coming to you for political advice. I don't think.
This is so like I'm just gonna lean in. Yeah, nobody is.
Yeah, it's okay. No one's coming to me for political advice.
I mean, the world would be a better place if they did. But you're right, no one is.
I try not to talk about politics too much. I have a couple political jokes, but most part,
I mean, it's just such a shit show right now that it is hilarious. It makes you want to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's a freak show.
I think it's actually calmed down a little bit over the last year. However, in my head, it's like the calm before the storm. Because the election's next year, and so as soon as the election stuff starts ramping up, it's gonna be a shit show all over again.
But people
I feel like
are acting crazy right now.
I know, but remember how crazy they were happening when Biden got elected? Remember that shit?
But they're trying to narrow the playing field. Like Biden's on death's door. Like, what are the Democrats gonna do if if they have to come up with something else on the fly? Like,
they're not wrong. He doesn't look good.
No, I know, but it's a hilarious thing to watch.
It's crazy that old people can run for president like that. Like he's so old.
And then to find somebody that can that has just enough name recognition to beat Trump. It's not like Trump is a piece of shit, but he's hard to beat.
Yeah.
So what are they gonna do if Biden has been acting crazy almost like in Vietnam? Did you watch him they cut off his press conference in the middle of it, and
he's wild.
Played smooth jazz on the way out. It's a freak show.
It's bad when Mitt Romney has the good advice that Mitt Romney came out and he goes, hey, I'm not going to run for president. And they're like, why aren't you going to run for president? And he goes, well, because I think we should get someone younger that understands what's going on in the world. And he's younger than the last two presidents.
He just officially retired in his mid-70s, and he's like a spring chicken. He's so young.
Comparatively, he is much younger. He looks a hell of a lot younger.
Yeah, he looks amazing. It's because he's Mormon and he doesn't consume alcohol or caffeine.
Yeah, that probably helps.
Lives clean, and he's like a bot.
The before and after of when someone gets elected as president to when someone is like done it for 4 to 8 years. I mean, they age. It's such a stressful job that they age pretty crazy. So I can't imagine I can't imagine Biden's going to make it another 4 years.
Do you think there are any vain people that wanted to become president, but then they're like, it's bad for my skin, so I'm not going to do it?
No, I don't think anyone. I don't know what's going to happen. I have no idea who's going to win. I care, but I just have no idea. And, and I don't think Biden's done a great job, but I also got to say, I don't know if he's done that bad of a job either.
That's how I feel about, honestly, every president.
Trump was a little like every day he was tweeting and I was hearing and I was tired of it.
But it wasn't impacting like your actual life when he was a dick.
It was. It was making comedy-wise, it was making crowds weirder. It was making the world more divided. At least with Biden, people hate Biden, and I don't like the guy, but at least he's boring enough where he's not really splitting the world. Trump was so divisive that he was really cutting our country in half. So I think that's
I have the exact opposite experience doing comedy. You do way more comedy than me, so maybe you're seeing something I don't, but like I feel like in Texas I do comedy in front of very different crowds.
Yeah.
And like I genuinely feel like if I go online, divisive. If I go, anywhere that's not real life, divisive. But then like doing comedy, I find like most people are actually pretty normal and rational, and they just like want their family to be safe and healthy, and they like everybody wants the same things in life. Like I feel like, I know it's like so cheesy bumper sticker, but like we're all more alike than we are different, but it's true.
No, I think you're right that we are more alike than different, but I just think when Trump was around, he was really pitting people against each other.
He would have heard me say that and been like, gay.
Yeah.
But I mean, I genuinely feel like I think people like funny is funny, for example. Like I feel like it's a weird microcosm with comedy. Obviously, it's not politics and we're not important. I'm not saying that, but like you can kind of like people will laugh at a Biden joke now that are like Democratic. People will laugh at a funny Trump joke that are super conservative.
Not as much the other way around. Here's the thing between Republicans and Democrats is Democrats for the most part, Trumpers love Trump. That's their guy. They love Trump, right?
But most conservatives are not those people.
But the people that voted for Biden, I voted for Biden. I don't like Biden. Like he's not my guy. You know what I mean?
Most conservatives are not Trumpers, I don't think. Well, I think those are like a different
Yes, there is a different
segment.
Not all Republicans are Trumpers, but there is a lot of Trumpers, and the people that like Trump are Trumpers.
Insane.
Yeah, exactly. But there's a lot of them.
Yes.
And so
my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Love
so
you.
it's so I don't know. But I think that's the main difference. I remember when Biden got elected, I was in Arlington, Texas, and I did a show, and I was opening up with a Greg Abbott joke for a while. I still do the joke. I love the joke. But right when this was all going on, it felt like it was right in the heat of everyone being pinned up against each other. I open up, I do my joke, and this lady walks up, grabs my microphone cord. And this is at the Arlington Improv. This is a sold-out show. I'm opening for Mark. And it's funny because they have a speaker in the green room, and the green room is not near the stage. It's like 5 rooms over. So they're listening to my set, and all they hear is, "What the fuck is going on? Do we not have security here? What the fuck is going on?" I was like, "I'm gonna kick you in the face." Like it was like
I was just gonna ask, was there security there?
It took them a minute. I was like, "Guys, I don't know what to do here. I'm not trying to fight with this lady," because she was physically like pulling it out of my hand, and I was like, and her husband, she was with her husband, and I was like, I don't want to fight her husband, I don't want to do whatever. She just drunk. What did she then do? Out. She's like, "You don't joke about that. You don't do it." And I was like, kind of gonna do it.
Now I'm gonna do it more.
Yeah, exactly. She also had blue hair, and so I remember on our way out, I was like, "You had blue hair. I kind of thought you were one of us." And then That got a nice laugh.
One of us here in Arlington,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, no. Well, see, but it divided the crowd a lot. Where this other guy heckled me, and then I had
This
to.
is why Texas is the best.
I got heckled by this other guy who was obviously a Republican, and I had to stop. I go, listen, dude, I'm telling jokes. You can hate me if you want. You can like me if you want. I don't care. Let's be honest, both sides are garbage. I'm not really for one side or the other. I think they're both trash. Can we just do jokes and be funny? And then everyone's like, yeah, let's do that, and cheered and all that
Yeah,
bullshit.
just
but it was
like-
so awkward. And yeah, that's all.
Republicans and Democrats both have sensitive as hell people. Don't come to comedy shows if you're a sensitive person. I don't care what your politics are. Just stay home.
Or just don't come to comedy shows at all. Anybody, ever.
Yeah, stop coming to see
Don't
comedy.
do it. Don't come to see comedy. It's stupid and dumb, and you might hear something you don't like. And that would be the worst thing that could happen in your life.
I think it's hilarious that two dumb shits are talking about politics.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't talk about it in our act. Why are we talking about it now?
I know, because I was just saying, like, I listen to Tim and it makes me laugh so hard, and I want to talk about that stuff a little bit, but
Do it. Give it a shot. Who cares? What does it matter?
no, I'm working on new shit that's nothing to do with that. That's what
Oh,
I
yeah,
need
what are
to
you working
focus
on? Let's hear it.
I mean, kind of inspired by like roast stuff, just like
Mean. You're working on mean stuff.
just more. I love my mom stuff that I used to have, and I stopped doing it, but I feel like I can make it better. And then the barren shit. I'm barren, guys.
Ben, can you clip it where she said, I love my mom, and then just end it right at that? and make a little.
I don't want that
thing out of
actually
that.
have a mediation
I love
coming
my
up
mom.
with her.
I love my mom. Mediation with your mom.
This is actually
Why?
one of the scariest Halloweens ever, because I have mediation with my mom.
On Halloween.
I think it's the 30th or the 31st.
Okay.
I can't remember. But either way, terrifying. And so I feel like a clip of me saying that I love her could be damaging.
You think that would be damaging? I think that could help.
Could it?
I
don't
love
know.
Jamie's mom. You can clip that.
Clip that.
Yeah. What's it about? What are you mediating over? Is there money involved? There's got to be. Why else
Yeah.
would you? Oh, man.
I feel like we can't legit can't talk about this.
Oh, she's not listening.
I know, but
Or she could be.
someone
She's trying
could
to get
send
you.
this to her. Yeah.
Well, I think you said way worse things.
She's an evil genius, but it is a scary Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should dress up in a costume if it's on actual Halloween.
I kind of was.
You just-
Legitimately, I'm gonna physically be there, and I think it would be hilarious to just fully dress up in a costume
Yeah.
to the mediation.
That'd be great.
Yeah. What should
What-
I dress as?
I don't know. I was just thinking.
Something like absolutely ridiculous.
What about if you dress up exactly like your mom?
it? It would. I mean,
You already do it?
It wouldn't be much different from this. I mean, she's dyed her hair red, like bright red.
Okay.
So that's different. And then maybe put on a blazer. It's pretty much this.
Okay.
I would love to pretend I'm super different from my mom.
What if you dress up as your dad?
That would take a bit more work.
Yeah.
I only knew my dad as like an elderly man. I'd need a skull cap. I need like
A bald cap?
A bald cap
Yeah.
but he had the thing. What's the old men thing?
I don't know, but
Skullet.
it's like the guy from
Skullet?
Yeah.
Guess Who. You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like that's a Guess Who character.
Yeah, and it was so
you have a
cute.
mustache?
He used to dye. He just had like those few wisps in the skullet,
And he would dye
he would dye
those.
it black.
That's pretty wild. That's a
Yeah.
bold move.
Yeah.
It's okay. I think it's okay to dye your hair. It's okay to dye your beard and different things like that. But when
He
you're
was so
when you're
typical old man.
out of hair, just dyeing what you're just accenting the bald. It's a wild move. Just go bald if you're that bald, you know?
I find it weirdly charming though, because it is so stupid.
He's dead, right?
He's so dead.
All right, so dead. Now
so
he's
I
really
can
bald.
I can make fun of him. Oh well, hair and nails keep growing. Isn't that creepy?
Yeah, for like 2 weeks.
Is
And
it?
I actually read this weirdly enough. Your nails don't actually keep growing. That's a myth. What happens is your body, when you die, you have so much water in you, right?
Your
That when you
body's
die,
shrinking.
you start to dehydrate.
Your
Right,
skin
and your
shriveling.
your skin shrinks, so it looks like your nails are growing because your cuticles are pulling back, and so your nails actually aren't growing; they just look like they get longer because you're shrinking down. So, pretty gross.
I love dead. Actually, like I'm making a face, but actually, this stuff I love dead things, and this fascinates me. That doesn't creep
Because
me
you have
out.
a dead heart.
Yeah.
You're dead inside.
Yeah.
You don't love your mother.
but I love myself. I decided that last week. You said that's delusional. I'm like, I think it's good. Can loving yourself be delusional?
I just realized we both don't care for our mothers.
Yeah, but I feel like yours is
How do you think
better
we
than
found
mine.
each other? My mom's better than yours?
We should talk about this privately.
Oh, let's talk. I'll talk about my mom right now.
All right.
I can't imagine she knows how to listen to this.
Why don't you? Because this is what strikes me as the difference. You told me that she will comment to you on Facebook. That means she cares enough to be following you and interested in you.
Yeah, but that's more of like it's not good. It's not. She comments and it never really makes any sense. She doesn't have anything to do with her grandkids. She's like kind of selfish. Every time I talk to her, she finds like convenient ways to ask me for money, but not like directly. She's like, "Oh, if I could just get up enough money to do this," and I'm like, "Okay, mom."
Yeah, because she's
How you
ashamed.
been? No, it's a lot. My mom's she's a big pill head. She always has been.
Yeah, so there's
this
an
is getting
excuse
dark.
that, no, but it's,
she's a big pill popper.
this is real. That's an excuse. I get it. Like that's terrible. But she still, I think somebody with demons like that can still care a lot about you and love you. My mom is sober as a judge and doesn't give a fuck about me.
Yeah, but you're unlikable.
I mean, I'm her genes.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, I'm a firm believer of family is not everything. I love my kids. Family.
But I can't
I think
have kids.
friends off. Well, that's true. You can have a couple of mine. I'll have another one if you want.
No, thank you.
All right, for you though, you can have it. I'll
No,
have
I've
it. I'll give
decided
it to
I'm
you.
just gonna love me.
That sounds depressing.
I know, doesn't it? But like, I really feel it.
No, I think it's great. You
Why
seem
not?
happy. You're one of the happier people I know.
That's like a choice, and it takes work.
Yeah, I didn't say it didn't.
Yeah, I just am not like, it's not fucking easy, but it's worth, like, I'm unlikable, but like I like me, so I'm just gonna keep being me. I don't know.
That sounds fun. I like me. I'm gonna keep being me. That's like a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it love? Like, love is a feeling. It can't be delusional. Like,
Yeah, you can love yourself. That's
I'm in-
good.
I'm into it.
Most people don't love themselves.
No, well, it takes work. Like, some days I'm like, I'm an idiot, but who cares?
Yeah.
Life is too short. I'm just gonna be dead soon. People, by the way, are like never mean to you in the comments. They hate people.
They're
hate
mean
women.
to me all the time. They're mean to me all the time. What are you talking about?
No.
See, you just read the comments that are mean to you, and you forget about the ones that are mean to me.
That's-
Remember when I told people that they shouldn't swim with shirts on? They really came after me for that one. They did not like.
So that was a weird
They
thing.
were very upset. They're like, "You're a body shamer, you piece of shit." And then they're all. You know what? It was weirding me out lately. We put up a clip where you talked about licking your own tit.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of old man followers.
I know, and I don't even have tits. It's
I
fascinating.
know it's bizarre, and I've noticed. I was like, "What's this guy doing?" And then I like look at their stories, and it's like them at a war memorial. And I'm like, "This guy's 80 years
I
old."
should talk
and
about
creepy.
the things that like my dad was super old, and the things that he liked, like, hey, old man, do you like? Imagine me serving you 2 fingers of J&B whiskey and tobacco and
Are you trying to turn these guys on?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to get more people.
I don't want those to be our followers. I'm hoping.
My dad was
Give us
all
someone
that
hip and
typical
cool.
shit. Like, he would wear like a silk robe. He would drink his 2 fingers of J&B, which is like shitty whiskey, every night. He smelled like tobacco. He smoked for like
You watch
60
war
years.
movies? Is he a war guy?
He was like, he would watch the market, but like he was a trust fund baby, so he didn't know what he was talking about. So he would just like talk about the market, but he never made sense. He would just kind of like jibber jabber about the markets.
But no
and
war
stocks.
stuff, huh?
He was like, he's a rich kid. So he went to a military academy, and like had the outfit. And there's like this old glamour shot where we look like twins, actually. My dad and I look exactly the same in this. It's like a black and white glamour photo.
You should be him in a military outfit.
Yeah.
For Halloween.
I look, so that I could pull off way better.
Pull on the military outfit, show up to court or whatever the hell you're
I'd
doing.
have to like carry his photo around.
Yeah, do it.
So
with a folded up
creepy.
flag, a triangle flag.
God, I have issues.
No, no, you're doing it just to mess with your mom's head. Right?
I know.
Yeah.
It's like stolen valor, though. I can't carry the flag.
I think you can carry the flag. Doesn't he have a triangle flag when he was
I mean, they
buried?
escaped the Nazis by leaving before
Your
World War
dad
II
did?
ever happened.
Your dad did?
No, they didn't
I was
actually.
like, how old is he?
My
I was like,
grandpa-
holy shit.
Well, my dad was born in 1922.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
No wonder he's dead.
Yeah.
He'd be 101 right now.
Yeah, that's what he lived a very long life. Like he died when he was supposed to die.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, but my grandfather
How old's your mom?
also didn't escape the Germans. He left in like 1918.
How old's your mom?
My mom's 26 years younger than my dad. She's 70. She just turned 76 on
26
September
years
12th.
younger.
Happy belated birthday
I wish I
and
could
happy
whistle.
9/11, Mom.
Is it her birthday was 9/11?
9/12.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You think she was like pissed off when 9/11 happened? She's like,
No, she doesn't
I
like.
had so many plans, and it,
She's not a birthday person.
oh, that's good.
She's a very severe woman. She doesn't like
Severe.
celebrations.
Okay,
Yeah.
where she live now?
Salt Lake City, Utah. She's a big
God, I
mo.
really
She's
want-
Mormon.
I want to meet her.
She's a fascinating woman.
I want her on the podcast.
You'd really enjoy her company. I'm
I
not
don't know
even
if
kidding.
I would.
I think that you'd really enjoy her company a lot. She's
I
a
don't know.
very
I think I
interesting-
have animosity towards her.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, you only
That
someone
was so
I care about.
sweet. That's
But
so nice.
you love my mom, so fuck off.
I do still kind of. I'm not convinced yet about your
No,
mom.
come on, she's not great.
All right, we'll see.
I watched those pill movies. What are those ones called? The Pfizer one, not Pfizer. The Matthew Broderick
painkillers.
one.
Yeah, don't watch The
I've watched
Pharmacist.
both. I've
It's
watched
better.
both. I watched the new one that just came out, and then there's the other one. Maybe the other one's called Painkillers. The new one's called Painkillers. The old one's called Pillheads. Right?
Was it Dope Sick?
Dope Sick. There you go. That's the old one. Same story,
That's a
different.
good one.
Same story. They're both very good.
But The Pharmacist is a documentary. It's not fake. It's like a doc. It's really
yeah.
good.
I don't think I need to see the doc. I kind of get it.
I mean, pill mills.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like when we were how
legal
people-
pills, man. That's like it's pretty nuts.
Well, not anymore. That shit is. The
Ye-
pill mills are gone.
Well, okay, yes, that drug is no longer like a thing but there's still all these other drugs, and there's still, my mom is still addicted to legal prescription pills.
So this, I don't care if I sound insensitive. So in Scottsdale, Arizona, so I went to college in Arizona, and there were all these, I waited tables. That's when I was like, I was in the service industry for like 7
Hooters?
years. No, we've taught, no.
Oh yeah,
No.
we have.
But
Raisins.
I've done all kinds of things, like fancy steakhouses to like divey
Twin
3 a.m.
Peaks.
bars. Also not that. But this fancy steakhouse, there will always be these like Scottsdale. They're kind of like LA ladies, like lots of plastic
Yeah, I've been to
surgery,
Arizona.
bleach blonde hair, like huge rocks, very like Stepford wifey. They're a wife professionally.
Yeah.
And they would always come in. I remember there were a lot of sweet 16s at this fancy place that I worked. And the moms would be, they loved their kid so much. And they would give them these like fancy, extravagant parties and gifts and things like that. And they would just be wasted and pilled out up at the bar. But they like loved their kid. They were just a fucking mess, like terrible, vain, pill popping narcissists, but like I think genuinely love their kids. Maybe because it was a reflection of them. I feel like people who are like pilled out can still love things.
I didn't say there. I don't think you're wrong. I think yes, people who are addicts can still love things, but people who are addicts can also allow themselves to only be selfish and only want certain things like drugs or whatever it is.
Yeah, but that's
But
like
only care-
biological.
Well, I don't. It's not just that. I mean, but they can just end up being selfish, and then they can neglect love for people that they care about. Like I can say I love somebody, right? And I can have love for somebody, but I could also never show that person that I love
Yeah,
them.
you have to show up. That's half the
And-
battle.
And if you don't do that, you might as well have not loved that person because that person will never know.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't quite matter,
Yeah.
So I get your point, but I think this has gotten very dark.
No, but I think it's interesting. If it exists, like, I get what you're saying. If it exists, it doesn't matter if the person doesn't feel it, is what you're saying. I think it still matters more than not loving the.
I don't
at
think so. I
all.
think it's worse.
It's
Because
more
you're
painful.
saying I love this person. I care about this person. But I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm not going to show any love or affection towards them. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to neglect it. I might even just be flat out rude or not even think about this person. So that
leaves, like,
person,
a thread.
so that person will never really know if I ever gave a shit about them.
And they'll still feel strung along because you say that you do. Whereas, like, at least I can put my mom in a box and try to put it away. Whereas, like, you feel like there's still these, like, strings of, like, attempted connection.
I don't think so anymore. We're pretty estranged at this point.
Yeah, I'm like, I still think about it, but, like, I feel like it's easier. It's probably easier for me to be like, fuck off with my situation
Yeah.
than it is in something else. I don't know.
I'm just polite. I'm polite to her online.
Oh, that's so mature.
But I delete most of her comments, so I don't know how polite I am. If I'm really breaking it down. But man,
I love the idea that you're deleting comments, but like it makes me want to follow you on Facebook because then I feel like there are these beautiful moments of just like 30 minutes here, an hour there where I get to see the insanity. Is that a terrible
It's
thing?
pretty insane sometimes, but she doesn't comment much anymore because I think she's noticed I've deleted them. Or she also comments like weird things. I'll post a picture of my kid. She's like, "Who's this?" And I'm
That's
like,
hilarious.
"Okay, get the
I mean,
fuck
that's
outta here,"
kind of there's
shit.
comedic value to that.
Yeah, of course.
Who's this?
Of course. Of course.
Ben, back me up. You're laughing. Come on. That is
It's not nice.
awful.
Yeah.
But here's why it's funny to me. Like terrible things. And this is why I think like I love dark senses of humor so much is because like that is so relatable, I think, to more people than you think.
Yeah.
Like that awfulness. And that is like that human bond of like, holy shit, that's so familiar. And that's sad to say, but it is so familiar.
Yeah, and I don't and I know we're talking about this, and these are obviously traumas that you and I share of different, mother issues and stuff like
a
that.
lot of people.
Yeah, well, yeah. When I was saying this stuff, I definitely wasn't saying it in a way like, "Hey, feel bad." I think so many people have all sorts of different traumas that are way worse than mine.
Isn't it funny that we're almost? I feel like we're late 30s talking about this for like an hour. We should talk about Halloween.
Halloween. It's not even October yet, but I got a new Halloween shirt. I'll wear it next time.
But this isn't the costume. Are you like a dress up person? Are you going to dress up?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. The last few years, I would say that I haven't been as much. I don't know why, but Halloween used to be my favorite. I used to go all out. Big. I used to spend a lot of money, do big costumes, big things.
What was your best costume
I used to have
ever?
multiple different costumes. Like, because you go to like, October, you'd go to like 3 Halloween parties, and you'd go to like, then you'd have like on Halloween. So I'd have like a costume when I took my kids trick or treating. Last year, me and my kids, none of us, we went to a Disney. I took him to Disney, so he didn't even dress up at all.
Yeah, I mean, I always get invited to so many parties.
Yeah, you can come to my Halloween party.
I don't know if I have enough costumes for all the parties I'm invited to.
It's just one. It's just one.
No, I'm saying like you were just saying like you're going to all these parties, so you need outfit changes.
Well,
like,
I used to.
Yeah, I mean, I get that because like I'm always invited to so many parties that I don't know what to do.
Well, back in your 20s, you go out to these. Everything for the last 2 weekends of October is, there's all these different DJ nights that are monthly DJ nights. So they're like, hey, so-and-so Halloween party, dress up, best costume wins, that kind of stuff. So I would always dress up and go out. And, most of the time it would just be simple like, oh, I'll just be a zombie. I'll be a vampire. What
was nothing you were like,
my
this is
go-to,
so smart.
My go-to, very smart costume, especially when I was single. I would dress up as a sexy kitten.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty genius, and
it's easy.
I did it. It's easy. I did it 1 year, and then I got so much attention from every sexy kitty that existed. They'd be like, "Oh my God, you're a kitty too!" And then we'd be hanging out and drinking, and then they probably realize about halfway through I'm not gay, and then they're like, "All right, bye." but I would wear like
you're attracting a certain type too.
Yeah, it was fun though. I was fun.
Yeah, that's.
I bartended once in a kitten costume, and I was wearing like I had a deep V, you know, I had a little bow tie, the ears, the whatever, and then I had booty shorts on and fishnets.
It's like you got to do the
Yeah.
the
I
one
did-
piece leather thing.
Oh, I
That's-
didn't do that. I did booty shorts and fishnets, and
Do you still own those?
yeah, probably somewhere. And
Patreon.
so I'm bartending at Boondocks at the time. The Montrose Pub Crawl, huge party they did every year. I mean, they shut down all of Westheimer, and then it's just all these bars. It was a pretty awesome time. It was when we made the most money as bartenders too. And I'm on the outside bar, and this guy cuts in this long line. I was like, "Hey man, you can't cut." And then he's like, starts like yelling at me. I was like, "I don't know what to tell you, man." And then he swings on me, and so then I beat this guy up in my fishnet kitten costume, and then the cops see me and this guy wrestling, and the cops come over and arrest this guy and his girlfriend because I'm in a fight with this guy, and his girlfriend's like slapping me while I'm like wrestling with this guy, and I'm in this like booty shorts, fishnets, and then they finally get arrested and go to jail. But pretty funny.
Do not get in fist fights with sexy kittens or anyone this Halloween.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah. From then on out, every Halloween at Boondocks, we tell the door guys to dress up as kittens, and we called them pouncers instead of bouncers. Pretty good, right?
That's
Were you just
adorable.
like so excited to tell everyone?
Yeah. None of them ever dressed up like that, but we told them to all the time.
I actually think that that's a great icebreaker. I think that's a great.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It was pretty good. It was
Yeah.
pretty good. I liked it. And it was an easy, it was always a last minute easy costume that as a guy, I would go out in that costume and you'd get a lot of attention. You get a lot of like, "Oh, that's so hilarious. You're funny, blah, blah, blah."
I feel like I really genuinely had like a sexual awakening moment with Michelle Pfeiffer in the Batman when she was
Wow,
Catwoman.
yeah.
Like that
She's your favorite one?
outfit, like easily hands down.
Halle Berry.
No, I mean, Halle Berry's hot traditionally, but she's no
Yes.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
I mean, they're both very attractive.
No, but I'm talking about it's not just physical with Michelle Pfeiffer. She's like it's a deeper level. Like you put a ring on Michelle Pfeiffer.
Is that, if you had to choose one, we're talking comic book female, or let's go female first, and then we'll do male.
I don't.
You could
I'm
be
not
with
a
any-
nerd.
You could be with any comic. Well, you could just say Michelle Pfeiffer. You could just say that Catwoman. That could be your answer. Any of them. I would love to. Please comment what your favorite one would be. I would love to hear if you could marry any comic book character, woman.
female. I just
I
don't know.
Maybe
enough-
not marry.
I don't
Maybe
know.
just a hookup. Who knows?
I don't know enough about it. Like I feel like I'm bad at this. I really want to goth out hard.
What
like
about a Uma Thurman?
think about-
Poison Ivy.
I don't like. I'm not into blonde.
She's a redhead in that.
Well, whatever. I'm not into like that. No, that's not my vibe. I know that Michelle Pfeiffer's blonde, but in the Catwoman suit, she's not. But I like gothy kind of.
I like a gothy thing too.
You know what I mean? Like
Poison Ivy's kind of gothy.
yeah, they're
A
all.
little bit. Yeah, in Batman movies, just about everyone's a little gothy.
Here's a beautiful thing I think, and what genuinely makes me like attracted to women super. I'm not really like a comic book person,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that like raw, like I'm gonna take charge thing about women. That's what I like about a man. So like when I see comic book ladies being like,
When you see a boss bitch,
yeah,
you
it's
get
like,
wet. I get
yeah,
it.
it makes you like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
yeah. That's it.
So Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, and I think that I have like a thing I want to be every Halloween, but I just like it can get expensive to
What
put
are you gonna
together
be
a
for
costume.
Halloween?
It's my dream. I never dress up. I can never get Jeremy to dress up, but
You
I
don't do
love.
it seems like you guys would do like couple costumes.
No, he's actually cool.
You don't do a
I'm-
Popeye in olive oil?
He
You'd be a
won't-
killer olive oil.
He won't put any effort into that. He's like, I'll do if it's easy, whatever.
If
He's
you
like,
bought the costumes, would he just put it on?
maybe if I made it super simple and I like had it ready to go. And he didn't have to sit and do like hair and makeup or something. But I want to go full goth, like girl with the dragon tattoo vibes.
Okay.
and she also like gets back at her rapist, and that's like, so that's very intense. But it's
How do
so
you-
bad. It's like the
How do you put that into a costume?
it's the ultimate badass scene. But I just love her. Is my point.
Yeah.
Specifically, Rooney Mara.
Okay. So you want to be the girl with the dragon tattoo for Halloween?
Yeah,
do
but
it
it's
this year.
expensive to do all the things.
Is it? Besides the dragon tattoo, is there anything that she wears that would be
Well,
like?
you
You
want
gotta
it to
shave your
be-
eyebrows, I think.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh,
or bleach.
gross.
You gotta bleach them. You gotta bleach them. You gotta do. I'd have
Can
to
you
do
just
like
use
a
makeup
wig.
instead of bleaching them? That seems a little drastic.
Whatever. It's
You
easy
don't
to
have to
it's
just-
easy to change back.
Okay.
And you have to show it, the dragon tattoos. You have to like have the shirt. You have to buy the like. I don't think my stuff I own is quite gothy enough.
The haircut could be pretty, you know.
You have to get a wig, right?
I don't think I
Yeah.
ever saw that movie.
Can we show the Rooney Mara one is the best. She's
Yeah, I'll show them.
chef's kiss. I hate her sister, and I love her. She's amazing.
Why do you hate her sister?
I don't know,
What's her sister in?
her sister's in that show with Kevin Spacey, the
He's in a show?
political show that was like
Oh, okay.
Back in the day?
Yeah, House of Cards.
yes.
Okay.
She's the reporter, redhead,
Okay.
wafy.
Okay. I kind of remember. It's been a long time. I don't really talk to Kevin Spacey much anymore.
What was your? I remember I once had a costume. So all my costumes that I've traditionally done have been like typical basic bitch trying to be hot. This thing hot or whatever. And I once multiple times did a mafia thing.
Okay.
And I had a cigar one. Whenever I did the college one, I had a cigar, and I remember thinking it was so cool all night, and I thought I looked so hot. And then I remember going to the bathroom and realizing that the like stuff had gotten all over my like mouth and face.
cigar?
I was drunk. Yeah, I was like chewing on the cigar,
Oh, okay.
and like there was stuff on my teeth and my
Gross.
face, and it was really gross.
Yeah.
And I did not.
That
hook
was your
up with
best costume?
I
Was
did
a
not
mafia
hook
guy?
up with anyone that night. Yeah, I feel like that was my.
That's pretty bad.
I know, but it was actually I looked good.
This year you got to do bigger. We're going to do, you know what? Let's do an episode where we dress up.
Okay.
That'd be fun. We should do
Yeah.
a costume. It'll be fun. I'll probably just be a pouncer, but
Well, if you're not gonna commit, I'm not gonna.
I just said
commit.
I'll do a costume.
This is what's gonna happen. I feel like we're gonna talk about this, and
We're
then I
doing it.
know 30 minutes before driving over here, I'm gonna be like, "What's in my closet?"
See, no, you got to do better than that. You know what? Let's do $100 on the line.
Wait, can I buy your costume, and you buy my bring your costume, you bring my costume? Yeah, that could get weird, actually.
Yeah. Let's not do that. Because I
We
just
should
want to
let
embarrass
people
you.
vote.
What do we do this? Costume contest, me and you,
Okay, it has to be a prize that incentivizes us.
$100. $100.
Okay.
The fans vote on it.
Everyone's gonna. People hate women. That's what.
That's
if I've
not
learned
true.
anything.
Plus, you'll be like, you could take some liberties with being a little hoochie-ish, and that could get you some votes.
Maybe
I'm
some
starting to see
dude
our
votes,
followers.
but-
Well, whatever it is, we're getting a lot of older dude votes right now. So
for
I
you
think
too, probably.
yeah. Well, they're not adding me. I see them add the podcast, and I see them like the reels.
Yeah, I'm
and I'm
fully
like, it's
dressed
just
talking. They're liking
I know.
you.
Yeah, I know. They're liking your tit talk. You're like, I used to put my tit in their mouth, and they're like, ding, 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 heart, 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 heart. It's like thousands of likes on this fucking reel.
I used to have tits.
That's not believable, but
God damn it.
but
kind of.
but I think that'd be fun. The last one we do for the Halloween episode, we'll put out a Halloween episode. When does Halloween fall this year, Ben?
Well, looking it up.
It'd be great if it was a Tuesday, wouldn't it?
I think I'm legitimately
It
in
is
Salt
on a
Lake City.
Tuesday.
Is it really on a Tuesday?
The 31st is on a Tuesday.
Yeah, it'll release then.
We will
though.
release it on a Tuesday. You and I will record in costumes. We'll go out. We'll hit the town in costumes afterwards.
You know what I have to buy? Remember that crazy
we'll make sure your husband
teacher?
dress up too. We'll all go out. I'll find a
We
date.
have to find something for him that's easy.
I think Popeye and olive oil.
I could definitely pull off olive
Oh,
oil.
yeah,
Are you
you're
kidding me?
gangly.
Look at me.
Look at
I'm
that
the perfect
gangly.
olive oil.
But here's the thing. I don't think olive oil is gonna win you a contest against me.
Maybe I could do olive oil, but then I'll buy that thing. Remember that teacher in Canada that wore those crazy. It's that dude, and he wore those crazy tits to class. He was like the wood shop teacher.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Ben?
Yeah. It's
I'm
pretty
gonna
funny.
dress up as Olive Oil, but with those tits,
Giant tits.
Giant
tits. And then he just showed up the next year as a normal dude. He's like, I shouldn't say normal. He showed up the next year as just like
Yeah.
Mr. Smith.
Wild.
Yeah. No judgment. It's pretty funny.
I'm excited about this. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna beat you or not. Here's the thing. I think I'm gonna spend more money than I'll win from you. I think I'll spend over $100 probably trying to figure out a good costume.
But my like dream costume isn't the costume I think I'll win.
Well, we're just doing for the win. This is for the win. For the win.
I'm just trying to think of things where I can pretend to have tits. Different ideas.
I think you just lean into your body.
Oh,
Elvira.
You could be me for
Oh,
Halloween.
What if, Ben, what's the lady's name what's the rabbit's girlfriend?
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit.
Yes,
That's a
yeah,
good one.
yeah, yeah.
You
What about
cannot be Jessica
Elvira though?
Rabbit.
The
I
goth.
could pretend.
You could not. What are you gonna add hips to?
Yeah.
You're gonna add.
You can.
You gotta have a figure.
That is so easy now. You can buy all kinds of shit. I'm
That's
not gonna
true.
get a BBL, but you can buy like
That's true. You could be
padding.
You could be Jessica Rabbit. That could be a good one, and that'll get you the old man vote, which is I think about a third of our audience at this point.
Yeah. So one of the this is what infuriates me about life generally. One of the funniest comics I know. Shout out to Natalie Perlin. I love you so much. She's so funny, and she was complaining about she's a curvy lady, and she like put her tits over she's like on a balcony somewhere, and she like puts her tits on the like over the balcony.
Yeah.
And that has more views than any like stand-up thing she's ever posted, anything. And she's funny as fuck. She's way funnier than I'll ever be. And it's infuriating that this is life, but it is. So fuck it.
Yeah. That's hey, but views are views.
Yeah.
Let's just-
Actually, also, like maybe there's a uniqueness to the tininess that's special.
I think people like small tits. I'm a small tit guy.
Yeah, they stay up.
Not yours, but
they stay up
you know.
high. There's like gravity doesn't affect it as much.
That's true. Less back problems.
No back problems.
Less staring. People
Zero.
don't stare as much. Sorry. Let's take a question. I think it's about that time. Where are we sitting at?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sitting at about question time.
Yep.
Advice. Let's give some good ones. You got anything good for us,
Yeah,
Ben?
Ben.
Benifer?
Don't do that.
Why? You don't like being called Benifer?
That's man. The height of
Did people call you Benifer before?
no, just J Lo and
Oh.
Ben Affleck. That was so obnoxious.
Is that what they called them? Benifer?
They called him Benifer,
Oh.
but it just reminds me
You
of that
didn't
every
know
time.
that?
I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Neither do I.
Good. Oh yeah, y'all ready?
Should we
Yeah,
should
let's do it.
actually do a quick thing where we say to call in because we haven't been pushing it as much, and we should.
Let's
just
call
do it.
in. What's the number? It's right there. I can't see it.
Hold on. Okay, it's in my head.
Call in. We need your we need your voicemails.
You can text or send us a message on Instagram, but calling in is the best. We can
It's most
keep
fun
it
for us.
anonymous. Yeah, we love hearing your voice, your beautiful voices. The
Call in
messies.
now at
832-744-9492.
Call in, leave a voicemail. We'll get to it unless it's bad, and then we'll skip it.
If it's bad,
We'll
that's
probably-
better.
Yeah. All right. What do we got here? Benifer?
All right.
Benjelina?
Okay, I'll take that one. That one's good. Having trouble initiating sex with my significant other. A bit about myself. I'm 31 male and I have social anxiety, and it's very difficult to be intimate with someone. I lost my virginity at 23, and I have a body count of 3. My new girlfriend being the most recent, so very little experience. I really like this girl. She's 30, and I want to be more affectionate, but I keep thinking that I'm being creepy or pervy. We've talked about it, and she has been patient and has reassured me it's not weird. She said what would be weird is you being alone in bed with your girlfriend and not touching her. I'm getting better at kissing her without asking permission or touching her while we are cuddling, but the reason I'm asking for advice is I really don't know how to go beyond that. How do you go from just cuddling with light touching to actual sex? I feel like it would kill the mood if I asked her directly.
Oh man, this poor man. This is that's some anxiety right there. That was giving me anxiety listening to it.
Yeah.
Because it's almost it's a thing that it's tough to give advice about because it's a thing that if you're not picking up on, you might not be able to pick up on it. You know, like that's all right. So here's a good example. I think it's important to be able to read a situation. Like if I'm out with a girl, and I need to be able to read a situation to know like, hey, it's okay for me to try to give her a kiss. You know, and I understand. We also live in a time where you want to be safe and you want to say, hey, is it okay if I kiss you? But that does take away some of the romance in that. So there's a lot. And this is the problem is there's plenty of people that can read a situation where they're like, all right, me and this girl are vibing. We're like, we're holding hands. We're kind of like, her hands on my thigh. We're getting close. Like I can tell that, she also wants to kiss and you can kiss. And if you read that situation, great, that's good. Now, if you're bad at reading those situations and you go for a kiss, yes, that is bad, which has made it very difficult for people to read exactly because some girls do not want you to say, hey, can I kiss you? My first kiss, I asked and it was embarrassing. I walked this girl home. Stephanie Gronsky, shout out to her. I walked her home from school in the 6th grade, and we had been dating at the time. And I walk her on her porch, and everyone had been like pressuring me to kiss her, and I'm nervous as hell. And I go, "Is it okay if I kiss you now?" And then she gives me like a slap to the chest, like a, you're not supposed to ask, stupid. And then I was so embarrassed.
6th grade is when I feel like is maybe the only time where it is
yeah,
okay to
I
ask.
felt like I was in the right. We kissed the next day, but then she broke up with me.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to happen in 6th grade.
Yeah, of course. But you need to learn how to read those situations. And if you're not able to read it, that creates a lot of problems because there are a lot of people that can't read it. And it's good for this guy because the good thing about this guy is he's questioning it because I do know people that aren't good at reading those situations. And I've seen them try to go in for a kiss or be like, hey, you want to go home with me kind of thing. And it be so far rejected because the situation wasn't that at all, but they were reading it wrong, So it is tough, but it's your girlfriend. She says it's cool. You're in bed. I think you just go for it. How do you get from light touching to the next thing? Just, put your hands in her pants.
Yeah. What strikes me as the most concerning about this, and we've actually had a trend of this of people with social anxiety. Totally get it. But can people change? I think you can, but she's given you this woman has like been patient with him and told him it would be weird if you didn't touch me. So it's like he doesn't even have to read the signs. She's verbally said, hey, it would be weird if you don't touch me in bed. I'm just letting you know that.
Yeah.
I'm your girlfriend.
Yeah.
So like this guy is even beyond not reading the signs. And so, dude, you just have to rip the Band-Aid and be uncomfortable until you're comfortable. It's like the me with the loving myself thing. Just keep doing it till you do it. Like it becomes so much easier once you force discomfort on yourself. I know that sounds like self-flagellation and a little masochistic, but just like be uncomfortable. And I'm not saying you don't have to worry about being aggressive or overdoing it. Clearly, you are taking the babyest steps by touching your own girlfriend when you're in bed together.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any, because you don't want to ask to make it weird, but if you're together, right? Boyfriend, girlfriend, you're sleeping together. I don't think there's anything weird with just being, you don't have to ask like, my lady, may I lie upon you? Like shit like that. You could literally like, when I've been with someone, I've definitely been laying in bed. I was like, hey, you want to fuck? You just say, and there's nothing unsexy about that. It's kind of hot. Be like, hey, you want to fuck? Let's do it.
And actually, if you have like built a relationship with this person, I'd even go so far as to say, like, again, you're in a relationship, but even no words. There should be a look where you can look at them and be like,
give him one of this.
Yeah, I
A little
mean,
eyebrow. Oh.
it would make me laugh, but then I'd be like, okay, let's get going.
Maybe give him a up and down look, like a.
And by the way, this is a woman who's 30 who told you what she wanted. So like if you did something, if you just like grab her, throw her up against the wall, or maybe that's too intense, start with little things, but like
Not everybody's you, Jamie.
okay, but if you kiss her passionately in bed, or if you like start to touch her, it sounds to me like this confident 30-year-old woman is going to tell you if she's not feeling it.
Yeah,
She'll just
yeah.
say like, "Hey, I'm tired right now," or whatever. It doesn't have to be like some big thing. She'll tell you if she's not into it.
And can we stop using the word body count? I just don't like it. It just feels weird. I feel like it's degrading.
I don't know.
You like the word body count?
I don't give a I don't.
Oh,
I'm
it drives
not
me
sensitive.
nuts.
Whatever.
I mean, it doesn't. I don't. It just feels gross. I'd rather just be how many partners. Oh, I've had this many partners.
that is so far from his issue. It is.
It's
Funny.
not his issue. This is just my pet peeve coming out. Body count is like it's like I killed this many people. You're like, what the body count's weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is weird for him, a guy with social anxiety who's sensitive about consent,
A guy who's in
to
his
say
30s
body
saying
count.
body count. That's like that's a 20-year-old game. What's your body count? I see it on TikTok all the time. Drives me nuts.
Also, it's like douchey dudes whose body count is very high that say body count usually, not a dude
Who's had sex
been with
three times.
No, he's been with three people.
Yes, yeah.
Some people have only been with 3 people.
I get the feeling body count also comes from incels that are trying to shame women.
Is that a thing?
That's another kind of aspect of it.
Yes, this
See,
is true.
See, I'm right. Get rid of body count. Let's not say body count anymore.
I think it is very common for also men still have this weird, gross thing about women with a higher body count.
I'm for it.
People say that more than they, I think, act on like wifing up a girl who has a higher body count. It's true. I'm not saying. I'm saying that's wrong.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
You are right. There's a stigma around it. My personal opinion is when I'm with somebody before whoever they were with, doesn't matter to me. None of that matters. If I'm dating someone, they could have been a huge hoe. They could they could be getting double teamed all the time. They could do whatever they want before, I'm okay with the. And when I use hoe, I don't even mean in a bad way. I'm a free spirit, free love, whatever you guys want to do. Explore, have fun. I'd like to go to an orgy one day. That sounds fun.
I wouldn't like to, but I'm not against everyone else doing it. Like I said something about. I honestly, I said something about pumpkin spice and got like people jumping down my throat. I am so for if you love pumpkin spice, get it. Everybody, yay! But don't force it on me with all the music and all the ads and everybody talking about it. I don't want to talk about it or drink it or think about it or.
I had a pumpkin spice this week from Starbucks.
Okay, good for you.
I gave it a shot.
Pumpkin spice and orgies, good for you.
I've never been to an orgy.
I'm
just saying.
Pumpkin spice and orgies.
I'm just saying I'm not opposed to an orgy in my life at some point. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And what I'm saying is I don't think you should judge someone based off their body count.
I agree. And by the way, it's not just incels, so I won't blame just men. Like I think my issues.
Can women be incels too?
I don't think it's incels, but I think that there are women like my mother who put it in my head that like all the hoe stuff in my head and all the slut shaming in my head is all from a woman, not from an incel or a man.
There is. Hoe's got a big stigma. The world's got to scratch that. They even got that song, like, what's that song where it's like, you can't make a hoe out of a housewife or a housewife out of a hoe or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of that. It's like a saying. It's a
but
song.
Now it's also really cool. So I feel like there's judgment
cool?
on people like me who just like, I don't want to go to an orgy. That's okay.
What are you saying is cool, being a hoe?
Yeah. That's like cool now. And I'm like, I think so.
I shouldn't have said the orgy thing. I would be open to it.
It's your favorite thing.
It's the only thing I think about.
It's all you think about. It's the only thing I've
ever thought about is going to an orgy.
Actually, one thing that I really did think might entice you to come to Las Vegas was
an orgy.
The after parties are at a place called the not Spearmint Rhino. It's like a knockoff Spearmint Rhino called like the Peppermint Elephant, but it's these strip clubs.
Yeah, I've
And
been
I was
there.
like, "Oh, you been?"
Yeah.
Sorry.
I work for the AVNs.
Oh yeah, I forgot you
So,
went.
So I've been to some crazy after parties.
All right. Well, anyway, that's
No
happening.
orgies, though.
They're an official sponsor.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that'll be fun. Yeah, this guy, I think you just do the move, give it a second, make sure it's okay with her. But I don't think there's anything wrong with asking and just going, hey, you want to fuck, baby?
Yeah, it's not like you're immediately sticking your dick in her either. Like you're doing foreplay if you're a good boyfriend anyway. So just like start with something, see how she responds, move to the next thing, put some work in,
Do the thing.
do the thing.
Not that hard. Hopefully we helped.
Be uncomfortable. It will be uncomfortable for you at first because you're obviously
Being uncomfortable is kind of sexy.
it's
I've always liked it.
that sounded so rapey.
No. You were taking that way wrong. I like trying something new.
No, I knew
know?
what you meant. I was
I like
just being
trying
mean.
something new. Like the first time a lady put a finger in my butt, I was like, "Oh,
And we're
I
back
don't
to this.
know if this feels good." And then the next thing I know, a finger's in my butt, and I was like, "Well, this is awesome." And then
See you next week, everybody.
we got to pitch our things.
Oh, all right.
Follow me at No Youngblood. This weekend, I'm in Milwaukee at the Laughing Tap. 3 shows. I'll be headlining with Jesse Saldana as my feature. It's going to be a blast. And then I am traveling all over the goddamn world. Not the world, but I'm traveling all over the U.S. I'm about to announce a London date. Yeah. I got to update my website, andrewyoungblood.com. Please check it out. And
I'm also behind now too, but JamieRowanComedy.com. Follow me at the Jamie Rowan. I'll be in New York the first week of November doing a handful of shows I'm excited about. And yeah.
do it. Please buy tickets to my special, December 8th and 9th. I need that. Please. I love you. Tickets are almost sold out of 2 of the shows. Working on the other 2 right now.
Yeah. And are they voting on costumes?
And we're gonna do a costume contest, and they're gonna vote who's the winner.
We're doing a costume contest. Please don't forget to call us at 832-744-9492 with your mess. Please, we need more voicemails. And
Have a good one.